Welcome back to Lesson 4. This lesson will be all about 6/8 time signature. We will use all of the notes we have learned in Lessons 1, 2, and 3 and put them all together into some new fun tunes. We will be learning by ear again, and we will also do some improvisation where you get to create your own music. Are you ready? You might remember me talking about time signature in Lesson 3. In Lesson 3, we saw 4/4 and 2/4 time signatures, but today we are going to use 6/8 time signature. So the number on the top means how many counts in each measure. So how many counts are in each measure in 6/8 time signature? 6. So we will count up to 6 each measure. The number on the bottom, the 8, means that we are counting eighth notes this time. So there's a total of 6 eighth notes in a measure. Is your brain confused yet? Don't worry, I will show you. So take a look at some of these measures, and I want you to see if you can find all 6 notes. Were you able to count 6 different eighth notes? Good. So in 6/8 time signature, sometimes we group them into groups of 3 to keep it easy. So I'll show you that on the screen. You'll see 2 groups of 3. We also have some long notes in 6/8 time signature. So take a look at this note and tell me, how many counts do we hold it for? 6. So we are still using the same kind of music notation as before, but we're just thinking with different numbers this time. Before we start playing in 6/8 time signature, we're going to do some movement. So in 6/8, generally you can feel 2 big beats and then 6 smaller ones, which are pretty fast. So we're going to practice going back and forth between 2 big beats and 6 small beats. So just copy my movement. You'll see what I mean. Great movement. So we're ready to start our first tune in 6/8. So this first tune is called Jazzy B, and it uses just the note B. So before we try to play it, I want you to do some detective work for me. Do you remember what a measure is? Do you remember those 2 lines that keep the music inside? So that is one measure. So I will circle a measure and I want you to find the other ones that look the same. Did you find the other two measures that were the same as the one I circled? I'm going to put the answers on the screen so you can check your work. Great. Now one more detective work. I want you to count how many measures of rest are in the beginning before you start playing. How many measures of rest in the beginning? Did you count 4 measures of rest in the beginning? Great! So now we're ready to try to play Jazzy B. So like I said before, it only uses the note B. So if you're using the toot, the thumb is on in the back, first finger, and just your pinky on the right hand. If you're using the dude, your thumb is on in the back and your first finger, and just the thumb rest, nothing on the right hand. So let's try to play this. We'll do it twice. And make sure you use your tongue to start every note with that 2. Let's try Jazzy B. Do you remember the movement we did earlier to the backing track where we showed the big beat and the small beats? Well, this time we're going to use a different backing track in 6/8 and I want you to create your own movements. Try to show the big 2 beats and maybe some of the small 6 beats. So I'm going to give you a chance to make up your own movements this time. Did you come up with some creative movements? Great! So that was the backing track for our next tune, Music Box, which uses just the note A. So before we play it together, we're going to do some more detective work. I have circled measure 3, and I want you to find the other measures that are the same. Did you find the other 5 measures that are the same? Let me put the answers on the screen and you can check your work. Great job, detectives. So now let's play Music Box together. So like I said, it uses just the note A. So do, thumb on in the back, 1 and 2, and the thumb rest, okay? Toot, thumb, 1, 2, and the pinky, which will help you balance. So let's play music box twice. Remember to use your tongue each time to start each note. So toot, toot, toot. Are you ready? Our next tune is called Titan March. Okay, we are going to try some movement with the backing track. So this is where it's going to be a little bit tricky. We're going to keep the big beat in one hand and the fast small beat in the other. So one hand will count 2 and one's going to count 6. This is going to be pretty tricky. It's kind of like tapping your head and rubbing your belly. Can you do that? I always have to think about it. So you can keep this on your legs. I'm going to do it on my shoulders so you can see. But I'll keep one hand with the big beat and one will be the small. Let's try it with the backing track. It's kind of tricky. Don't worry if you couldn't do that perfectly. That's really for fun. As long as you can feel the big beat and the small beat separately, you're doing okay. So don't worry about it. Great job. Now I have a little bit of tricky detective work for you. Can you find the measure that is the same as measure 4? Can you find the measure that is the same as measure 4? Did you find it? Let's check your work. So now let's play Titan March together. So it uses just the note G. So thumb for the dude, 1, 2, 3. And for the toot, thumb, 1, 2, 3, and that right hand pinky for balance. Okay? So let's play Titan March together. Remember to take a big breath whenever you need to. next tune is called Let's Jam. So before we start playing it, I want you to do some more detective work. See if you can find the measures that are the same as the measure I circle, measure 7. Let's check your work. Great job, detectives. So now we're going to sing Let's Jam while moving our fingers. So if you see a G, you're going to show me a G. If you see A and sing it, you're going to pick up a finger. And same with the toot. We're going to sing G and sing A. So let's look at the music. We'll sing and move fingers.
G, G, A, 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 G. G, G, A, 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 G. A, A, G, 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 G. G, G, A, 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 G. G, G, A, 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 G. A, A, G, 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 G.
Great singing! Did you remember to rest when you see windy? Make sure when you see windy that we are not playing or singing. So now we're going to play it twice, once on the dude, once on the toot, but you can play it both times. Our next tune is called In the Bag. It uses notes G, A, and B all together in the same tune. So what we're going to do first is we're going to sing it while moving our fingers. So if you sing a G, I want you to show me G. Sing an A, sing a B, and the same on the toot. Sing G with that pinky down, sing A, and sing B. So I'm not going to show you the music first. I want to see how quickly you can do it while you're looking at it. All right, so let's try it together. Sing and move our fingers.
G, A, 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 B, G, B, 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 A,
Did you notice the repeat sign at the end? Did you catch that? Good job. So we're gonna play it together now, twice. I'll do it once on the dude, once on the toot, but feel free to play both times. And remember, start each note with your tongue. Toot, toot, toot. Great job. Our last song we're going to do today in 6/8 is called Row Your Boat. You might have heard of this one before. So we're going to sing it together first. So if you don't know it yet, you can listen this first time.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Did you recognize that tune? If so, let's try it together now. We're going to sing it together. Make sure you take a nice big breath and sit up nice and tall.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Okay, it's important that you really know Row Your Boat before you go on with this lesson. So if you don't know that song that well, go back and watch it a few times until you feel like you have it memorized. If you know it and you're ready to move on, you're going to try to play Row Your Boat by ear. So I'll tell you the notes that it uses, and then I want you to see if you can play it without looking at any music. So Row Your Boat uses a few different notes. It uses low C, D, E, F, G, and high C. So let's review those notes really quickly. So on the toot, everything down is low C. D, you pick up the pinky. E, put the pinky down but lift up the ring finger. F, G, lift up that first finger. And then high C is just first finger and pinky, no thumb. So we're gonna play that nice and slow together. C, D, E, F, G, and high C. Each note will be played for 3 counts. You will hear 6 clicks and then we will start. Great, so let's review those notes on the dude real quick. So everything down is low C. Pick up a finger is D. Pick up a finger is E. Pick up a finger is F. G. And then high C is the thumb on in the back and the second finger. So that's where it's very different from the toot. So let's play those notes nice and slowly together from low C, D, E, F, G, high C. Let's try it. Each note will be played for 3 counts. You will hear 6 clicks and then we will start. now you know the notes that you need for Row Your Boat. So I'll tell you that it starts on a low C, so everything down on both instruments. So if that's your first note, low C, can you figure out the rest of the tune just using the notes I told you? I know you can do it, so pause the video, take as long as you need, and let's see if you can learn it by ear. How did you do? That can be a tricky one to learn by ear because there are some jumps in the notes. So we're going to see how you did right now. So I'll put the music on the screen and we'll play it twice together. So when you saw the music for Row Your Boat, did you notice that there were groups of 2 and a single note? So this is where it's been a little bit different than what we've done before. So rather than have a group of 3, sometimes we can have a group of 2 and an 8th note all by itself. So let me show you what I mean. See what I'm talking about? So let's try Row Your Boat one more time together. You can play it on Toot or Toot. And I want you to pay really close attention to those fast notes. They happen quicker than you think. You have done a great job today, and thank you for taking this journey into 6/8 time signature with me. We're going to end today with some improvisation where you get to create your own music. So the backing track will be in 6/8, so remember to try to match the music that you hear. You can use any note that we've learned so far, but don't feel like you have to use them all. It's okay to just use 1 or 2. So have some fun, and let's see what music you come up with. great job today. I cannot believe that we're already at the end of lesson 4. I hope that you had fun and that now you feel ready to play some different tunes. So you know lots of notes, and I want to encourage you to check out the WindStars website. There's lots of music there. You can search by letter, by instrument, and just have some fun learning some new music. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions, and I hope you have fun practicing. Bye!